to push. Okay.
Okay.
All
Did I
right.
do it? Did
Yes.
I push it? Push it
Hello.
real good. Let's hello. Let's start out with a thumbnail. So what should we do for a thumbnail? Okay? Yeah, that's perfect. Somewhere in there. We're so we're so cool.
Yes. Well, welcome.
Welcome to Alyssa and Clarissa Explain It All. Oh, do the little dance again?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where we're gonna dive into many different topics, varying degrees of knowledge on these topics, right?
Yeah.
Um, but they're things we're curious about or things that we know a lot about, and they're conversations we would probably have with each other, possibly with fewer curse words, not that many fewer, but some fewer curse words, in theory. And yeah, today we're going to jump into something I knew nothing about until I met you, Claire.
Human
Are you
design.
human design? Are you going to be to my right or to my left?
I don't
Claire,
know.
tell me more. I don't know which side you're on. Um, yes, human design.
Yeah.
This is not your head bone is connected to your neck bone. Your neck bone's connected to your, I was never good at that song. I can see the bones. I don't know where they're connected. I'm not good
Yeah.
at that.
I'm not good at that either.
But that's not what we're doing. This is something else. So when you told me about this, I was like, you making shit up? And then you were like, no, there are charts. Um, and I said, prove it. So today we're going to talk about that because you bring it up all the time. It's like your favorite thing.
Well, I think that it once when I found it, it literally changed my entire world. Like
Wild.
there was no going back. There was no like I had to learn about it because I felt like I was doing my clients an injustice by not communicating and telling them and figuring out what their profile is, what their strategy is, what they like all the human design stuff. Like I knew I wasn't helping as much as I could be. So
But where did
I feel
you hear about, and before I even ask that, can you give a brief summary of like what it is?
yeah,
Because we might have some people watching who are like, what now? Again, they're
yeah,
stuck on like I was, neck bone connected to the
yeah.
butt bone. Yeah, I don't know it. That song.
Um, so I was prepared for this.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm prepared to, I have a pen. So let's
All
go.
right. Human design is a self-discovery system that blends ancient wisdom and modern science to map out how your energy is meant to work, make decisions, and move through life. So it was created by a guy named Ra Uru Hu in 1987, and it's pulled from multiple systems: astrology,
Mhm.
the I Ching, the Kabbalah, and the chakra system, plus elements of quantum physics and genetics. Um, but it goes off of your birthday, just like astrology does. And this chart, it shows how your energy flows, how you're designed to make decisions, your natural strengths, your challenges, and how you interact with others. It gives you kind of like a body based blueprint, just very similar to your human or your astrology. Like you get that blueprint of like, this is what, when you were born, this is how your whole life is set up now, you know? Um, but there I mean technically there are four types of energy types, but there's five, and you are the fifth one, so we'll get into that. But there is manifestors, which are 2% of the population. Generators, wait, pause, let me go back to it. Manifestors, they are the initiators, they're here to start things.
Okay.
And then generators, they make up 80% of the population, and they are just the consistent energy builders. They're the worker bees, you know. And then the fifth one that we're going to talk about is manifesting generators, which is what Alyssa is. Uh, this is a subcategory, and it is a multi-passionate, fast-moving hybrid. And then there's projectors, which are 20% of the population. The projectors are the guides and the energy managers. And then there's reflectors. 1% of the population are reflectors, and they just mirror their environment. Um,
And
it
so where did you hear about this before we get too much more into, because I want to hear so much about each one. Like, but where did you, so now that we have like that basic,
yeah.
and I didn't mean to interrupt you,
No,
but
no, no.
where did
I'm
you
done.
come across this? Because like I said, you introduced it to me and I was like, that's adorable. Did you make this up? Because that sounds wild. But it also makes a lot of sense. So how did you hear about it?
I had a student, I believe it was in 2020 when she
Okay.
brought it up to me. And I then, of course, our phones hear everything, all the TikToks, everything I was watching, it just became human design. So,
Yeah.
but once I learned about what mine was, it made me realize like, whoa, I could be changing everyone's life because
Wow.
I'm a weird one. I'm a very rare, I'm a self-projected projector is what mine is. Only 2% of the population have this. So like I'm not even in the category with projectors. I'm above the projectors.
Just really quick, have you met anyone who, when you find out what they are, you're like, are you serious? Or are you always like, yeah, that tracks.
I'm always surprised by reflectors. Always.
Okay.
Because like they mirror you.
Hmm.
Like whoever they're with, so whenever I find out someone's a reflector, I'm like, whoa, did not see that coming. You're one of the rarest. You are the rarest. Holy shit. Bow down. Like I'm like I'm it's always just mind blowing. And
Okay.
that's probably the main thing. I love to be able to help people obviously that are projectors because we kind of have to like decondition ourselves from the generator world.
Yeah.
And it's I guess I get excited about that. But I do see it. Like I have clients that come in here and they're like, I'm so burnt out. I don't know. And I'm like, bet they're a projector. And they are.
So if somebody wanted to find out what they were, have one that is very detailed. So I'm gonna look at what I've found, but I'm gonna trust your readings of what you have more. And so we'll kind of, since we have very different ones, I thought like, well, let's go through each
Yeah.
one
Okay.
a little bit and then hang out in the ones that we are. Is that cool?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Or if you have a different idea, we'll do that.
Since manifestors are the initiators,
Makes sense.
yeah. So they're manifestors are here to start things. They spark the urge. They make the first move. They're so another thing that human design is really big in is like the aura, and their aura is completely closed. It's also repels energy. So if you are a manifester, you can't like I mean you can, but you can you don't take in other people's stuff is basically what I'm saying. You have a very
Whoa.
protective and independent energy. So it's what do they say? It's like Teflon. Remind me what Teflon is again. I always forget.
Teflon, it's a coating that you can apply or spray. You can apply onto something that makes everything else slide off of it. It's water off a duck's back.
Okay,
It's
perfect. Yeah.
that oily, yeah. So it just things bubble up and then they whoop, and they
Yeah.
leave no residue. Yeah.
So that's that kind of energy. Like it doesn't it
Hmm.
completely repels everybody else. Like manifestors are fully in their own juju,
Wow.
completely against. And then there's a lot of other factors. I'm not going to go like too much into like the full on history, but generators and manifestors are from the olden days. They,
Ah, yes,
you
the
guys have been,
1980s.
no, no, but like you guys have been centuries and centuries have been here, blah, 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 you know. The reflectors and the projectors are the ones that are from the new wave of humans, whatever that,
And why did we only have manifestors and projectors? Or no, I'm sorry, manifestors and generators in
the
the
olden days.
olden days.
Yeah. Um,
So I'll jump in. I'm answering my own question, but
okay.
I had briefly read that it is because, we didn't have a civilization the way we do now.
Right.
So it's like, well, we started from the bottom, now we're here kind of moment.
Yeah.
Like we were building and we needed to keep building. This is like getting to the level of the Renaissance, right?
Hmm.
So I
I know.
feel,
I was thinking like even caveman in my head.
oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
okay, caveman, you have the initiator, go
mhm,
make fire. And then the
yeah,
person, the generator, okay, I'll go do it. Like, like
yeah,
that's it. Just simpleness. But life is not like that anymore. We have to have
right.
someone that helps you with your ideas, helps you with your feelings now. Like, yeah, so that's where the projectors come in with that.
Okay, very cool.
Um, Okay, so their strategy for manifestors is they inform before acting. So they talk about it and then they can jump in. And they're you're going to notice these same words like the strategy, the aura, the signature, the not self. Like everybody in human design has those things.
Okay.
Um, so that's their strategy. Their signature is just peace. So that's what they want to be embodying is just plain peace. And then when they're in their not self theme, it's anger. So if they notice that they are in anger, then they need to figure out how to get into the peace feeling. Manifestors,
How is that different from like just people existing? Because do we ever really want to live in anger? Not really. But
yeah,
like, how does that? I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean to be.
no, you're
I'm
right.
not challenging. I'm
No,
just
you're good.
wondering how is it different than say,
A generator.
yeah,
A generator's not self is frustration. So that's technically not like anger. That's just like, like frustrate. I don't know another word right now, but like
right.
generators can get stuck in anger. Generators can live in that and still be generating and doing and whatever. But if a manifestor is in anger, they cannot be like, they can't be themselves. They can't do normal things.
Okay, that makes sense. Like, we
Yeah.
can still get things done angry, but if they're angry, that's
Yeah.
it. They're stuck. That's anger
Yep.
done,
Yes.
unless they resolve the anger on
Yep.
that issue or that moment. Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Um,
Makes sense.
so to finish up with manifestors, they don't need permission, they just need space. When they inform others of what they're about to do, life really flows with less resistance. So I have a couple clients that are manifestors. I'm like, you don't need to ask for permission. You just say what you're doing and do it. And that's so hard for them because we're in a generator world and that's not what we're told. So for them, they just have to do that. They just have to be like, this is what I'm doing. Follow suit. Um, so
And
if,
I wonder, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, no, no. What were you gonna say? I was gonna change the
And I
subject.
wonder what kind of like lifestyle or career choice or what kind of thing, day-to-day activity would be beneficial to a manifester? Like, what's an ideal daily role for a manifester?
Well,
It
they
could
def
even be like being a father, you know what I mean? Like, what's an archetype or like
yeah,
something that we could hang our hat on when we think of manifestors?
like head of their own business.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. They just pick whatever way they're going to go and then begin the path in that way. And you either
yeah.
follow suit or,
Get out of the way. Yeah,
right. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Got it.
Yeah. So, when they're in their shadow, they don't like being controlled or misunderstood. And their gift as like that human design is they're bold. They like bold leadership and they're creative, like disruption. They're a little bit messy, they're a little bit all over the place, but like it's a leadership like in that generator feel that allows to lead the masses. I don't know how else to say that.
No, I can see that. I can
Okay.
see it. So you need like when you need a big idea, I I mean, you can count on a manifester, is
Yeah.
what you're saying.
If they want to do it, yes.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
As long as they're in a peaceful mind state. Yeah.
So generators are the life force. They're here to build, create, and sustain.
Okay.
Their aura is opening and
Mm.
magnetic. So they attract every energy. They can bring in people's juju.
Mm.
Um, yeah. And their generator strategy is to wait to respond. So it's like, for example, Alyssa, do you want to go to Jimmy John's? And then you have to feel it in your human body. And usually if it like bubbles up, it's a yes. If it bubbles down, it's a no. You can use your body as a pendulum. If you go forward, it's a yes. If you do it, like you literally feel it in your human body.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way to respond. Like, okay, I can't respond immediately because I have to feel what my human body is wanting me to do. Yeah. So that's what that means.
Wow.
Um,
So this is a very physical group of people, whereas it sounds like manifestors are
More in
here
the mind. Yeah. Yeah.
and generators are here in the body, like chest, stomach, it's all up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
With chakras so far. All right.
Their
Continue, please.
their signature is satisfaction. So when they're satisfied, like I did a good hard day's of work, I feel good, I made good food, yay, I'm good. Like that. That's
Mm-hmm.
satisfied. And then we already talked about their not self is frustration. So if they have frustration in any way, they have to figure out how to get out of that frustration to get back to how can I be satisfied. Um, but yeah, they are the ones that have the sustainable energy. They wake up every morning and they have energy, but only for really what lights them up. So if you have a job that you don't like and you're a generator and it's not lighting you up and you're frustrated, this you have to figure out how can you be satisfied. That is how life flows so much better for you.
That's how
But
you charge the generator, right? I mean,
yeah,
if
perfect.
you had an actual generator that was just sitting in your yard,
Huh.
right? Like an
Yeah,
electric generator,
yeah,
and you just left it there, it doesn't automatically create its own energy. You have
yeah,
to charge a generator. Otherwise, when you go to use it, it doesn't work, right?
perfect.
So
Yeah.
the okay, so that sustainability or that satisfaction is what charges the
Yes.
generator. Oh, I
Yeah.
love it. Okay.
And I already talked about this. Their power is that gut response, the yes or the no or the uh-huh or the
Hmm.
like your body. And then
But
there's
they can't access that when they are in a frustration state, which is so these might be the people who go, hold on, let me turn down the music so that I can uh, drive the car better.
yeah, yeah,
Right? Like,
yeah,
hold on, there's static, there's something happening. Let me recenter so I can feel which way I need to go. Right? Like
yeah.
that?
Or
Okay.
like you need to take like, hang on, I'm too much in my emotional mind. I
Okay.
need to like have a day or I
Yeah.
need to sleep on this so I
Yeah.
can feel myself differently, that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but
You're
yeah,
making sense.
when they're in their shadow is saying yes when it's a no. So when you're people pleasing.
Mm,
And then the gift with being a generator is that generators have mastery. So you can master something. And then there's a devotion to that. And then you have the whole life force energy behind it.
wow.
So it's kind of a big deal. Kind of makes the whole world go round is the generators. We need them. So manifesting generators is next. The multi hybrids.
Hybrid.
Yeah.
I don't know
So
what I'm doing with my hands, but That's me, the hybrid. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Tell me about me.
They're here to respond first, then move fast. So as that, okay, wait, let me just keep going. So the aura is open
Mhm.
and impactful. So you
Hmm.
almost like penetrate other people's auras is as a manifesting generator. Um, so very different from the other two. The strategy is to also wait for it to respond, then inform, then act. So you have literally both of those together, the manifestor and the generator. Like you got to wait to respond as that generator, like, okay, let me feel what my body, should I do the uh-huh, and then use the manifestor in you to be like, I'm doing this now, and then just go do it.
And so there's a very, this is very clearly me, for many reasons, but just hearing that description, my first reaction is that's how everyone is, Claire, but it
Mm-mm,
is not.
mm-mm.
Um, and so it's very clearly me because I'm 100% understanding that that's because for me I'm like, well, what else would you do? What do you mean? Like I feel like that that Jennifer Lawrence on Hot Wings. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like I other people do something else like but
Yeah.
that is the logical for me. This is for me.
Yeah.
That is the logical thing. Oh, I'm going to, what should I do? This. Guys, I'm going to do this. And then we do the thing. And for me, that's like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But finding out that my husband, for instance, is a generator,
Hmm.
and I'm going, oh, because that dude will just leave a room. And you're like, hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Because he's like, do the thing. And then he does the thing. And you're like, are we doing a thing? Like, he may announce it, he may not. He just does the thing. That's a generator.
Yep.
And you're like, okay. And there is something else. Am I supposed to be doing something? Checks notes, can't find, But,
Yeah.
and then my children are very different. So is that kind of like a generator versus a manifesting generator? Like, just tell me, I'm ready to do the thing
Yeah.
but you got to alert me. So I'm
Yep.
expecting a generator to operate on my manifesting generator thing because to me, that's the way it works. Is that
Yeah.
kind of
Good.
okay?
Yay.
Okay. I'm putting things together.
Yeah.
Very smart. Okay.
Good. Um,
Yay.
the signature, you have
Oh,
both of them, the satisfaction and the peace. So you're
oh,
both. And then when you're in your not self, it's the same, the frustration and the anger. So you can't have both of those. Um, you guys are designed as manifesting generators to skip steps, to change directions, to hold multiple passions. It's literally like I've been reviewing a lot of stuff within like getting prepared for this today. And I was watching a lot of stuff on manifesting generators and everything that everybody was saying. They're like, if ADHD could have a human design type, it's manifesting generators. But because you have to be like, oh, I love doing this. Oh my gosh. Oh, but love, I love doing this too. And blah, blah, blah. And it's
yeah.
just are all over the place. And it's whatever pulls you, and
hmm
that is what like lights that fire for you.
I
Yeah.
also really love hearing about what lights the fire for other people, which is very much like if you combine all the things like Cancer energy,
Yeah.
the Aries, even Aries moon type stuff, because there's so much cardinal, like, tell me about you.
Yeah.
I want to
Same.
know.
Yeah.
That then makes me want to do something else. And like it might be something that fuels my generator fire. And it might give me an idea I can then share with someone else.
Yeah.
But all of that together gives that ADHD like intensity and neurodivergent intensity that people are like, hey, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it is a lot of excitement. And I've wanted to do podcasts for a long time simply because I want to be like, so tell me about yourself. Like, tell me more. Tell me about you. What
Yeah.
excites you? And that's why Whatnot, which where we are, where people can find us, um, is so exciting for me because I feel like when you go into a really good show, it's someone talking about something they really like. And
Mhm.
I'm like, yes, tell me about this random shit you like.
Yep.
And so you're saying, and being able to like absorb all that, you're saying is like, that's a manifesting generator thing.
Yeah.
Like, give me more of all these neat things. As long as there's passion behind it, I want to know.
Yep.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
the cool thing about the manifesting generator is that efficiency is like your guys' magic.
Okay.
So that's how like I can skip steps, I can do this, I can do it this way. It's just like I'm getting it done in a faster manner. And it's a little bit of the work smarter, not harder, but also like more along the lines of like I did this the fastest and got it done, and that's all that matters. Like that's your guys' brain is a lot more of that.
Okay.
um, so when you're in your shadow, impatience and burnout from forcing. Yeah. And then the gift is the innovation, the speed, and the multi-dimensional creation.
Get out of here.
Yes.
I
So
was just creating multi-dimensionally. What are you gonna do?
yeah.
In our gift stages, we are potentially reaching out and more extroverted. But
Hmm.
it seems like projectors, some of their gifts are more introverted and less pushing outy. But I'm misunderstanding that completely. So please tell me I'm wrong.
Okay, so projectors, we are the guides.
Okay.
Projectors are here to see deeply and guide others.
Okay.
So their a projector's aura is focused and it's actually penetrating. So whereas the manifesting generator, like you have the ability to be penetrating or a projector without trying, we penetrate other people's aura. Like I have had so many people. So anytime I'm in public, people will be like, I love your aura. And I'm like, oops, sorry. Like that's what it is. Like, whoops,
Oh,
you know?
I'm sorry. Hide it in
Yeah.
here.
But watch, next time you're on Whatnot, you will notice every single show, everyone's like, I love your energy. I love your vibes. Like every single
Yeah.
show for me because I I like as a projector, I have the ability to take up a
hmm
shit ton of space if I want.
hmm
Yeah.
But then I get that quite a bit too. But I don't
Yeah.
know if it's my energy or if it's me simply being excited and it's me being doing my thing.
You're
So
passionate. Yeah.
so maybe a manifesting generator, maybe when you say we can be penetrative, which is
Yeah.
such a
I know.
aggressive word.
Yeah.
A little randy, a little raunchy. But when we're penetrating, um, it's maybe an side effect. Maybe it's a, is that what maybe is
Yeah.
going on there? Is like we're not intentionally doing that. We're just moving fast and being authentic, and that is getting out there.
Yeah.
You know, is that okay? All
I
right. So
think
tell
that I was gonna say that when it comes to like when you as a manifesting generator are satisfied and at peace, and I know you well enough to know that like that's when you're running shows. Like you have a fun time, you
hmm
enjoy it, and that's when you're going to allow yourself to take up that space because
hmm
you're in your full potential, and that's how people will be like, "Oh, hey, I love that." But yeah.
I see. Thank you for
Yeah.
explaining that. Okay, so back to projectors, please, and not about me, about you.
Okay. um So our strategy as projectors is to wait for the invitation and for that like recognition. So the easiest way to describe this is like think of us like vampires. We are not allowed to come in unless we are invited in. And that literally covers everything. Like I could there are a lot of people that are like that doesn't mean like it you can't speak. It does. It does mean that. Like we if we don't have permission to talk, if we don't have permission to call someone, if we don't have permission to come over or go with this person, we just don't we can't. And I have that rare one where I literally have to have two invitations. I'm a self-projected projector. So it's so annoying. I have at least one friend that fully gets that, and she'll be like, "Hey, I'm inviting you. Like, I'm going to my high school's PTO's trivia night this weekend." And she knows that she has to invite me, like talk about it a couple of times, but then the day of, she has to be like, "You're still going, right?" Like that second invitation has to happen. It sucks.
I have to say that learning this about you yesterday, um, you sent me a text because you called me and I missed the call. And I missed the call because I was packing orders or getting something ready. And I didn't even see the call. I like wasn't by my phone. And you sent a text that said, I am so sorry I called without invitation. I just got excited about this and wanted to send it to you. Can I send you some things about the podcast? I was like, yeah, please do. And so I sent a message back, knowing this self projector
Yeah.
thing that you have going on. I said, you have a formal invitation to always call me at any time. And if it's an emergency, you can still call me. That's fine. I have the ability to ignore a phone call. Like, you're
Yes.
not bothering me. Please send me everything you have. Like, I just thought it was so funny because if I didn't know this about you, I would have been like, oh no, what did I do that made her think she couldn't
Mhm.
call me? But instead I was like, this bitch needs a formal, let me get it notarized
Yeah.
by a notary who is going to say, uh, Clarissa has it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's formal, written, this is signed by a witness. Like,
Yeah.
but you just said, oh, thank you. Like it was the most normal exchange in the world. And I was like,
It is for me, you know?
I
It
know.
is.
And
Yeah.
now I know.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness. So, can you think of times as the self projecting projector in your life prior to learning this that you look back on and go, wow, that was a missed opportunity? Or, oh, that's why that relationship or friendship kind of crumbled? Or can you pinpoint a thing that you'd be willing to share that you're like, well, shit, if only I had known?
Yeah, definitely. I have I have an Aries moon too. So I force things to work out, I will force friendships, relationships at time, like bulldoze my way to get what I want kind of feel. Um, and I literally cannot do that as a projector. As a projector, I have to sit back and wait to be invited. Then I can come in and make myself comfortable and maybe be bossing around, but I can't be bossing. I can't be that Aries moon bossy around person because I don't have the invitation to. But if I'm running my own show on Whatnot, that's an invitation. I can boss people around. If I am a medium and you hired me and paid me, that's an invitation. I can do whatever I want, like, so I've figured it out, but it was, yes. So to answer your question, yes, I've felt and like I forced myself to go on vacation with people and to make it work, even though I know that I didn't really have the invitation and it was terrible, like,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's it is a lot to figure out as a projector, but when you figure out that you are a projector, it would be a complete disservice,
Yeah. Disservice.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, to not understand your strategy, which is that waiting for an invitation, because you are trying to utilize your life as a generator,
Yeah.
which is to just be told what to do, and that's not what we do. We have to literally wait for a literal, like, formal invitation to do anything. Whereas
Hmm.
generators, they wake up and it's like, all right, okay, it's work time, go to work. Whereas a projector wakes up, oh shit, I have no energy. I guess I'm going back to sleep. Like, and then if you don't have the invitation to do anything that day, like, yes, you could have the invitation to go to work or have the invitation, whatever, yes. But you need to be paying attention to your body so much more as a projector. Like, it's
So where does a projector get their energy then?
we don't have any.
Oh,
If we have like a good, like, I don't know, normal night's sleep, we could
mhm,
have 3 hours of energy a day. The thing that we the easiest way, the analogy that I have learned to tell people, as a projector, it's like I can go into a room full of generators, manifestors, take a glass, and like, this is my glass of Alyssa's energy, just gulp it down, take it in, and I'm able to spit it back out at you in a way that you've never heard before, never understood. You understand it in your own energy, and but I get energy while doing that. Like, I steal your energy, kind of. So that's that's another fun thing. Like,
wow.
we don't have energy unless we are around other generators or manifestors that have energy. But then when they are gone, like,
Wow.
instant, I need to sleep. I used to have a storefront where I would hold numerous, like, events, moon
Hmm.
ceremonies, all kinds of stuff, and we would have just tons of people in there. Everyone thought it was very funny that I would hit a wall at some point at the
Hmm.
night where I would be like, I'm going to bed, and if nobody like hurried up and ran and got away, I would literally go into my room, shut the door, and like turn the lights off so I could just try to be in silence, because I
Wow.
was nothing left of me. Like, I was a shell at that moment. So it's a lot. It sucks a lot. Nobody understands us.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so when you're with another projector, are you like the Spider-Man meme? You're like, it's
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
We're the
Yeah.
same. Yay.
Haven't you
And then you
noticed
guys
that
just
that's what it's been like on Whatnot?
sit and you're quiet together and you're like,
Yeah. We don't have to have invitations from other projectors. We can,
oh,
like, communicate and talk and bounce ideas off of each other, and
no pressure.
it's so beautiful. Yeah. But yeah, going back to this, so projectors, our signature is success.
Hmm.
So we're always looking to be successful. And then our not self is when we are bitter. So if you notice yourself in any form or fashion as like, I am bitter about this, like, you have to learn how to squash, figure out, get away from the bitterness to get back to how can I be successful. Which is such a stupid, I don't know, because as a projector, we are not made for the 9 to 5 hustle culture. We're not made to do all of that. And the world teaches us this is what you have to do. You have to bust your ass to be successful.
Yes.
When it's literally the opposite for projectors. We need to rest. We
Hmm.
need to be sleeping. We need to be resting, doing nothing. Like, that is how we will figure out our success. So they don't have the consistent energy like generators. Their power is insight, not output. They thrive when they are recognized and invited into the right spaces. And when projectors are in their shadow, they are overworking or trying to prove their worth.
Oh.
Their gift is their wisdom, their leadership, and their energetic guidance. So that's the rest of the projectors. So
So these are the people who maybe a manifester might rely on for grounding, maybe, or for
like guidance, literal guidance. Like,
literal guidance. Okay.
I've helped start, I can't even, five is coming to the top of my head. 5 companies from the very ground, and all of the leaders would come to me and shit out everything, and I was able to, like, make it make sense for them and make it work,
Hmm.
to help guide. Like, we're the soundboards, the advice, yeah, I don't know.
And then the satisfaction for you is when they turn and say, thank you, Claire, you've done this.
Yeah.
You've helped me to do this. And then that's where you find your, yeah.
Yep. With the
Hmm.
recognition for me, people don't learn about projectors unless another person tells them to be like, hey, I met this weird ass girl from BFE, Nebraska that just turned my whole life upside down and told me everything about you. Got to check her out. Like, that's how I even get business.
I
Like,
see.
so I can't just be like, let's post about myself all over the internet. Like, I can, but it never gets traction because
It
I'm
doesn't
not
hit.
right. The only
It's not
way.
authentic to
Mhm.
you.
Yeah.
That's you forcing.
Yep.
Okay.
So I only get business and recognition by
Other
old
people.
people. Yeah. The word of mouth kind of thing. So,
Whereas I would say bye-bye, and then I'm like, okay, next thing, I'm gonna find the next thing. So
yeah.
you're reading what I said is I'm finding the next thing. Whereas you're like, bye. I hope someone else contacts me soon.
Yeah. Oh, I hope that they tell people about me. I hope that yeah,
Now
yeah.
but since you're a self-projecting projector, a projector might, if they can find it within themselves to say, feel free to recommend me.
Mhm.
But you might not even ask for someone to recommend you.
Yep.
Whereas a manifesting generator would be like, oh, at the end of the show today, I need to remind people to like, subscribe, and share this video, right? Like, I'm going to go, oh, I need to add a call to action because that is part of who I am. But also, I know it needs to be done. I don't have a problem saying, would you share this or whatever? But you would be like, oh, I didn't even think of that, doesn't even
Right.
come up. For me,
Yep.
it's always worst case scenario. I hear the word no. And for you, you're like, that's not the worst case scenario. That's akin to death.
Mhm.
Like, if
Yeah.
I hear no, I'm like, oh, that's no right now, probably. But for you, it's like, oh, you hinted that the possibility of no is there. So I'm not going to
Yep.
ask. I got it.
Yeah.
Click, click. And now does that put an end to projectors? Are you
Yeah.
ready to
We're
talk
done with
about
projectors.
reflectors?
All right.
Okay.
Reflectors. So they are the 1%. They are the mirrors.
Yes.
So they are the rarest type. They are here to reflect the health of the collective.
So they're like if a Scorpio and an Aquarius
Hmm.
were the same person. The mirror of a Scorpio,
Wow.
the
Yeah.
collective of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Aquarius.
Wow. Yep.
Wow. Okay. So tell me about them.
So their aura is interesting. So they have a resistance. So most like they cannot be no one, they're very Teflon like too.
Okay.
But they sample. So they can go into a room and kind of be like, okay, this one, I like this. I like this. And they can just take and take and take and take and apply what they want.
Wow.
But they can also like poop out what they don't want, like it's they're very all over the place.
They treat everything like a buffet.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Okay.
And even if it's like, oh, that tray over there was not even on the buffet, but they're gonna sample from it anyways.
They're
Like
going to go ask if there's any in the back.
they're not gonna ask.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
just
they're not
gonna
going
do
to ask. They're
it.
just going to go in the
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love them. Find me some
uh,
reflectors. I love them.
yeah, they're interesting humans. Yeah. So their strategy sucks. They have to wait an entire lunar cycle, 28 days for clarity. That is with
Wow.
big decisions. So, like, should I date this human? You have to wait 28 days till you can get the inside of the next full moon or the inside of the next whatever.
Where did this realization that there's a full lunar cycle between decisions come from? How did they come to this conclusion? Do we know?
Because they are never only in their own energy, they will not understand until the next, like, say we're in a new moon right now.
Hmm.
So like this is the easiest way to say it. So like, okay, the next time the moon is going to be new is when I will be in this energy again. I need to see how I feel about it again, because for the rest of the 28 days, they're all the fuck over the place.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Well, but what's the role of these folks in society? Like, why do we need reflectors?
They like,
Why did they come to pass? That's what
they
because
help us to understand ourselves in a whole new, like, where projectors were able to like voice and say what is needed. Reflectors are here to like fully,
show you
yeah, I guess, yeah,
because they're going to absorb your energy,
and
reflect it
comment.
back at you,
Yeah,
and then you go, "Oh, that's what I look like." Well, shit.
yep, yep,
Okay.
yeah.
So what's a role that like a day-to-day role, job,
Mm.
archetype that
So
fits?
they kind of like, they also a little bit as like projectors, they can amplify the energy that's around them, you know.
Okay.
But they really need flexibility. They need that like freedom. There would be good as like life coaches, spiritual mentors, a writer, artist. You could take an idea to them and they will figure out how to make it work better, you know, like in
Okay.
your energy. Um,
Oh, but
it,
they might not actually do it. They'll
yeah,
come up with it,
yeah.
but they may not actually.
Exactly. Like they have to ask themselves, like, do I feel good in this environment? Do I feel good figuring this out? If it's a no, then they'll bounce. They're just out. Every reflector that
Wow.
I know, they literally just like disappear.
They got a heart out
Yeah.
with everything.
Yeah. Very
Okay.
like the Scorpio energy you were talking about. Interesting thing about them is their signature is surprise. So
Surprise.
remember, like your signature was like peace and was it satisfaction? Like that's so normal. Like surprise. They live to be surprised. Like that is their favoriteest thing in the world because they've sampled everything in the world, you know? So to be like be surprised in some kind of way, that's what fuels their juices, you know? The when
And
they're
they're not self.
yeah, and they're not self is when they're disappointed. So that's yeah, whatever. They amplify and mirror their environment. So where they are matters more than anything. So if you are like, I talk about this a lot with my clients. Like I had the student that was also a reflector, like growing up, childhood, toxic environment, like, bleh, you know, you find out real fast, like, I want to live by myself, you know, like that's something that's very normal for reflectors. Like you don't want to have any sort of bad juju people around you. Like very,
Okay.
very important. They are really deeply intuitive and like cyclical, so that you know 1 month, 28
Yes.
days. When they're in their shadow, they're feeling lost or inconsistent. So their gift though is that clarity, truth, and environmental sensitivity. So
They're
they,
the ones who walk in the party and the vibe is off and they peace out.
yeah, or they can make it better. They can be like,
Mm.
I actually see, like they could come up to actually, this is what would probably happen. They would find the projector in the group and they'd be like, hey, this party feels a little off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which gives that invitation for the projector to speak, you know?
Yeah.
And the projector would be like, yeah, we need to play this kind of music because this is happening and that person over there is crying. So that person needs to move. And the reflector will just make that all happen because we've already seen it all as a projector. Like that's something that we fully can just be like see everything and what needs
Yeah.
to change and what needs to be fixed. Yeah.
And the generator's like, all right, let me go find the music. And a manifesting generator would be like, ooh, they're gonna find the music, so I'm gonna go take care of the crying girl because she needs help and I can get that to work. So you guys do that, I'm gonna go do this. So there's like an idea and then motion at the same time. Like
Yep.
you're seeing projector said this, now that she said that, I actually can see this needs to happen. I'm gonna go do it. No one gave me permission, no one asked me, I'm just gonna go make it happen. And then I've guided another, okay,
Yeah.
I get everyone's role at the party.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that. That's such a good, like, because when you describe it that way, like, you can see the people in your head,
Yeah.
you can see who they are. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
But yeah,
buying
there
into
is
this.
so much more to human design. Like
Of
there is
course.
so much more that I don't even know and I don't even like
Right.
fully get into, but we're probably going to be wrapping this up, but I just wanted to show like this is Alyssa's chart.
Uh-huh.
So that is what her manifesting generator chart looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is what a self-projected projector looks like. So just
So
so you
so your numbers are the 1-3. What does that mean? Being a 1-3, it says investigator martyr.
so the one
Mm-hmm.
is the I'm gonna figure this out. I usually call it the fuck around and find out. Like, I'm gonna go do this,
The
find out that it's
fossil.
not a good idea. I will tell everyone it's not a good idea. Learn from my mistakes. Do not do that. But that comes in with the next one, the 3, the martyr. Hey, I've been through this. Let me help you and empathize and figure this out so you don't have to go through it, you know?
Yeah, that's definitely been a word that's been
Yeah.
connotatively
Because you also
attacked. Yeah.
have that 3 in yours.
I'm
Yeah.
a 6-3.
Yeah. So your 6 is the role model. So people look up to you. People will find you. That's why
Mm-hmm.
you probably get assigned in those like leadership roles because you have that role model.
This is cool. I'm having a good time with this, and I think that um we'll figure out what comes next. But so far, this is
Yeah.
I'm buying into human design. I'm buying into it. You got me.
Yay. Yay.
So thank you for that. And thank you everyone who is watching and listening
Like I said,
or
thank you so much, everybody watching. I love hearing the feedback. It's awesome.
but we don't have an exact sign off yet.
Yeah.
So I guess we need to work on that. Should we write a song? I don't know. Let's work on that.
Get
For
it
now,
figured out.
bye.
Bye.